We're starting in Luke 21:28 again, KJV. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift your heads, for your redemption draws nigh. We know that the top vertebrae in the neck is called the atlas vertebrae, connected with 3-eye atlas at Hanukkah. And the atlas vertebrae is in control of making your head look up and lifting your head. But there is just a boatload of mysteries in this verse showing us amazing things. So let's get into it. Both the words heads and up, looking up, lifting your heads, equal 37 in simple gematria. 37 is a value of wisdom in Hebrew. And if you add those two 37s up, you get the value of Jesus, 74. Again, in simple gematria. Jesus did 37 miracles. 37 is wisdom. Then the verse says, your redemption draws nigh or near. Redemption equals 119, which is 911 backwards. Just like the words harpazo date equals 911 backwards. If you take the number 4 harpazo, caught up, 726, and add it to its reflection, 627, you get the number 1353. You know what else equals 1353? The number for redemption in the Strong's Concordance. Redemption equals 1353. If you take the date 924, which is December 14th, and add 924 to its reflection, 429, you also get the number 1353. Redemption, December 14th, 911 and 924. December 14th can be looked at as both 911 and 924 on the biblical calendar, depending on where you start the new moon for the new month. If you started at the sliver moon in mid-November, then December 14th is Kislev 24, 924. But if you started at the full moon on December 4th, then December 14th is Kislev 11, or 911. And that's why all these numbers are coming up as 911 and 924, because they both hit depending on where you start the new moon. What else is the number 1353? Redemption and the Strong's Concordance and Luke 21. Well, if you multiply it twice, 1 times 3 times 5 times 3 times 1 times 3 times 5 times 3, you get 2025 redemption. But not only that, if you multiply it 3 times, 1 times 3 times 5 times 3 times 1 times 3 times 5 times 3 times 1 times 3 times 5 times 3, or you cube the number, you get 91125. Again, December 14th, Kislev 11, 2025, from the full moon. Now we take the phrase lift up your heads, and it equals exactly 200 in simple gematria. The letter in the Hebrew alphabet that equals 200 is the resh. And as you can see there, one of the meanings of it is head. Go figure, right? And also authority and first, who is the head of the body, Christ. And the symbol on the bottom in Paleo Hebrew for the resh looks like the atlas in the neck. The atlas vertebrae that controls the head movement. This is how deep everything is, guys. Atlas vertebrae equals 144. And body of Christ equals 144. Both in simple gematria. Alien invasion equals 144. Simple gematria. All that in that one verse in Luke chapter 21. Look up, lift up your heads with your atlas vertebrae. For your redemption, 1353, draws nigh. I'm going to give everybody a perfect timeline using perfect math. And all you got to do is understand simple addition and subtraction. That's all it takes. But a lot of people probably won't believe it. Because they'll be like, well, geez, why didn't I see that before? That's too easy. And they're going to not like when the 6,000 years are up. I guarantee you this. But I guarantee you what I'm about to show you is 100% correct. I mean, I'm just going to prove it. Paul says to prove all things. And it's simple to understand. But it's people's dark hearts that are going to want to reject it. And I'm going to tell you exactly why a lot of people won't like it, won't teach it, won't share this video, and simply will reject it. I'll tell you at the end, but it's going to become pretty evident why. According to a common interpretation of the biblical account, Noah's flood was 1656 years after creation. All right, so that is a easy thing to understand. From year one on the left, you go forward 1656 years from the first year of creation, and you come to Noah's flood. Easy peasy. Now we're going to come to Noah's flood going the other way from year zero. There's no year zero, it's a marker. But now we're going to the left and not to the right. According to a common interpretation of biblical genealogies, Noah's flood occurred around 2348 BC. Now, this is going the other way. Okay. So if you start at the other end, around year zero, just a marker, and you go to the left now to the flood, it's 2,348 years. So you see what we did there? We went from left to right and right to left. So as you look on the screen here, from year one of creation on the left, you go forward 1,656 years. And from zero on the right, you go to the left backwards 2,348 years. Now let's do the total of those years. So we have 1656 plus 2, 3, 4, 8 equals 4,004. That is the first year of creation. 4004 BCE. Now we are looking for 6,000 years, right? So let's minus 4,004 and see what happens. Minus 4,004. And you come to 1996. Okay, 1996. Now we've obviously come short of that mark, and I'll show you why. Genesis 6:3. And the Lord said, My spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years. Now we know that 120 years is 120 jubilees. A jubilee is 50 years. So 100 times 50 equals 6,000 years. But what are we missing? God said, My spirit shall not always strive or contend with man. Because this 6,000 years, now listen, this 6,000 years starts at the fall of Adam. So that's what we figure out now. When did Adam fall? And to know what happened in the past, we have to look at the future. To know what happened with the first Adam, we have to look at the last Adam's life, and that is Jesus Christ. We know that Jesus was 33 years and some change when he was put on the cross and died. Right? 33. Okay, so we know 4004 BC is the first year of creation. Now we would subtract 34 years, not 33 years, because it would be in the 34th year after Jesus was 33, same age as Adam, and we get 3970 BCE. Okay, so we have 3970 BCE. Now we're going to take this from when Adam fell and see what we have left after we subtract it from 6,000 years. 6, 1, 2, 3. Subtract 3970, because that's the BC. And let's see what we have left in the AD. 2030. That is the 6,000th year, not 2032. 2030. I just did the math. It's simple. It's basic. It's easy. Do you want a major confirmation? 100% that you cannot deny that I've shown before? Well, we're in 2025, right? So if we're in 2025, that's 5 years prior to 2030. Let's minus 5 years. Minus 5. Okay, we're in 2025. So on a 6,000 year calendar, you have 1, 2, 3, 6,000 years. We're 5 years short of 2030. So let's minus 5 years of the 6,000 because we're 5 years short of 2030, right? We're in year 5995. 5 more years to go to get to 2030 year 6,000. How can I prove that this is true with the revelation that I got a long time ago? Okay, 5995 is 2025, right? Well, let's just be fruitful and multiply. 5 times 9 times 9 times 5. See that? Simple. Watch this. Hello, bam, boom, badaboom.
Boom, yeah. I understand boom.
Badaboom.
Big. Yeah, big badaboom.
Big. Bada big boom. Big.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, big badaboom.
Badaboom.
Big boom. Big badaboom.
5995 is 2025. 2030 is year 6,000. And people will reject this up and down because they want a 7-year Great Tribulation and there's only 42 months. They have an idol of a 7-year tribulation and they want it and they'll reject truth and they won't talk about this and they'll pretend like they never heard it because they want a 7-year tribulation, and it never says that in the book of Revelation. It always over and over and over says 42 months. And I just proved it. A simple, easy, basic timeline right here. Please share this video. Please talk about it. Because 2032 is a lie. All that is false. A Shmita is the 7th year of a 7-year agricultural and social cycle commanded in the Torah, often translated as a sabbatical year. The next Shmita year is scheduled to begin in September 2028 and will end in September 2029. And that's exactly how a Jubilee works, off of Shmitas, 7-year cycles. So you have 7-year cycles. 7 times 7 is 49 years plus 1. And you have a Jubilee, 50 years. 50 times 120 is 6,000. Remember, 6,000 years. That's exactly how this works. And the Shmita year is 2029. And Shmita means year of release. That's how all of this works. It's a biblical concept. It's not 2032.